So we are based out of Hyderabad, a very young company, 20 years in business now. We are a completely backward integrated comprehensive pharmaceutical company, which is both APIs, the active ingredients, finished products is R&D together. One of the fastest companies, I say, in terms of growth here. We have 14 manufacturing plants for API and one manufacturing plant for finished products in the US and 5 here in all around Hyderabad. Total about 21 facilities we have for manufacturing products here. At the same time, just to share with you, the active ingredient in a product is called API. We are number one in the world today, and if you think about the largest generic company by name Teva, it's like your Israel company, they're number 2 in active ingredients. Nobody knows that actually MSN is a leading company in the world for APIs. So we have almost about 450 plus products in various therapies, in covering almost all the therapies you can think of, including complex products, including oncology, peptides, in cardiovascular, diabetology, almost all therapies. Our facilities, one of the key strengths of MSN today is we have a global product, global quality product. We are very, very conscious of quality of a product. We would like to give only one product for any country. Could this be America? Could this be India? Could this be Sri Lanka? Or could be Bangladesh also? So we have a concept of global product of one quality, right? No human life is absolutely, valuable, and it's of the same value anywhere in the world. So that is a concept, as our chairman, Dr. MSN, also is very, very bullish about and very, very confident about. And we are, in that aspect, being in India gives us a lot of perspective on, I think what's the value of life. So we have done a tremendous job in actually, making sure that the quality of the product is absolutely same for any part of the world on what we offer. Many global clients for us, I think today we are a darling for many companies in the world today is because of our chemistry skills. One of the core strength of the product is about quality and price, right? How do you make something cheaper, right? Cheaper, faster, better. So that is the reason today you can think of who's who in pharma world. They are all part of, either they buy from us or, I think they're our partners. We are one of the largest, I think some of you had a chance to visit our R&D center. We're one of the largest R&D center in Asia. And this is almost about 1,200 plus scientists there working on APIs and finished products together. We do it all the way from a microgram to kilo level there. We also have kilo labs to scale up product. And all this process is done to actually to fine tune the costing, to make sure the product is more viable, right? More economic. And, I think at the same time, we also have pilot plants there to do at a small scale. And we do studies for bioequivalence, for global bioequivalence. One of the key strengths at MSN is, you take any company today, so they may be in one country or 2 countries. But when you take MSN, we're almost in 65 plus countries. And the same product when we sell in multiple, but we would have done a bio study for Europe, one for US, one for Canada, with all the reference listed drugs in those countries. That makes MSN product absolutely robust. So we're very proud of it in terms of our quality of a product as well as our, our research there. So I already shared about, few of the things we do at R&D center. I talked about a portfolio. We have a very, very diverse portfolio. Apart from the APIs, which we talked about also, the finished product side, we take it to multiple markets. We're talking about we have 2,000 plus dossiers for various markets. In other words, when a product is, when many products of ours, you will see that, they have launched in many markets, and that is because of our, our footprint in all these countries with these dossiers. Our facilities are, again, one more strength of MSN is our facilities are approved by almost all the regulatory bodies in the world. You go to an American company, maybe you'll find American approval. You go to a European company, you'll find European approval. When you come to India, somebody like MSN, of course, there are a few companies like us also in India, where we have a range of approvals. You have all the way from smallest of small countries in Africa to Europe, to US, to WHO, right? In fact, we have Japanese also, PMDA. As we speak, FDA is going to be with us next week, I think 2 of our facilities. So more or less, I think our product, we're very confident because somebody is actually vetting our processes, watching us every month. I think somebody is actually auditing us, visiting us. So that kind of makes us very robust in what we do in terms of processes and the activities. So we do almost, I think all dosage forms. I think we have including on the oral side, we do everything, tablets, capsules. We also have sublingual products. And we have in therapies, we have oncology, non-oncology. We also have prostaglandins. We have injectable side. We have lyophilized liquid injections. I think almost all the drugs which you can think of in small molecules we have. Now we also have a program to do like peptides, proteins, peptides also. At the same time, now we just started a program for biologics also. Hopefully going forward in the next 2 years, you will see MSN actually bringing affordable biologics to India and many emerging markets. Probably, I think I didn't mention emerging markets, but it's very close to our heart because many big companies, the less value they bring to the marketing. So we have taken these markets very seriously, including India and emerging markets, because this is where most of the diseases are unmet. In other words, I think rarely you find opportunities, right? I will give you a few examples. In the next few slides, it will be eye-opening in terms of what is actually happening in terms of trend in the PFS cartridges, all these facilities. Here is one interesting slide. We talk about. I think you can see it. As I was talking about, many times brands don't come to India. They like the chemistry of India. They like but at the same time, they never want to come to India is because they're worried about parallel exports survive, because that's the only way to make things happen. That is where companies like MSN come into play, because we work with chemistry, right? Every day we're looking at what is the fastest way, what is the quickest way, what is the cheapest way to make things happen, right? Many examples here. In we have listed. I was telling earlier also to one of the doctors about the products. Prasugrel is, you all know clopidogrel. The next version is Prasugrel. It is Daiichi and Lilly's product. Simple now. I think I just little talk about. I already spoke about many of these products, and then we've also launched recently Cangrilar for interventional cardiologists. It's a IV drug. I mean, right before PCI. I mean, it is doing wonderful. I think option available now. We have launched it recently, and it is doing great. One of the keys, I think, as I mentioned, one is non-available or lack of introduction new therapy in India, and then break the monopoly at the same time with the affordability. Those are three things we have taken as a challenge as a company, and we've been cracking it. The last but not least I want to talk about, I already mentioned about, I think Trientine, I mentioned about it. I also talked about, we're also launching now very soon, first oral therapy for IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, Placantide. It's coming up in the very soon. Again, we have done a phase 3 study, very expensive drug in the US and Europe, will be at a throwaway price in India. It's coming up because this is all because of we have cracked the chemistry, peptide, complex peptide chemistry there, and we are making it available. Like this, I think many more drugs, in cabozantinib, we talked about, elfenbag, we talked about. But let me just, I want to mention, I already mentioned about epilepsy drugs, available, throwaway price. That was a magic, and today MS is like, in India it is treated. Nobody should worry about MS as a dependent, therapy. Again, last but not least, I think something we're very close is about, particularly for urology. I think we have done a tremendous job launching Sildosin Mirabegron. Of course, I already mentioned about Febuxostat for gout. And here is a little bit about, I think, I already said all these things, but urology side, we are young here. When we launched Sildosin, we didn't have our domestic team. Now we have, when we launched Mirabegron, we had our team, and now almost all these drugs are doing wonders in India, and their combinations also, they complement each other. In 2014, we launched the product of combination with Dutasteride, and in 17 we got Mirabegron, and now we are baby, and we're very proud of it. This is, by the way, this is the first generic in the world, I would say. Nowhere you will have this drug as generic yet, and we are the first generic in the world, and we're very proud of it. Available as 2 strengths. I mean, we're very hopeful that this drug, I think when the doctors explained about, I think the stigma attached with it, as well as the concern attached with this disease. I mean, this really is mind-boggling, but I think, we are very hopeful that our economic drug will really put that, behind the curtains. Particularly, one last thing, the price, right? In the US today, Feso is sold at 1,233 tablets, converted from US dollars to Indian rupees, of course. 1,233 rupees a tablet, and we are bringing up this at 27 rupees a tablet. That is like, very economic considering. And that's about it. And then also, so as I mentioned again, our products are sold in multiple markets. We have a global footprint. We're very happy to be in many emerging markets also, apart from US, Europe, Canada. Probably very few companies you will see. We all buy things from China. Probably very few companies sell products to China. We're one of them. We sell a product in China.